Hello. You may remember this is the IBM ThinkPad iSeries that was the subject of my previous video. But in the video I never got to, well, I mentioned something about it. This CD player functionality, and basically that's the ability to play a CD with the laptop without actually booting it into Windows. I've already turned it on. In the last video, this power switch was not working. It was actually falling out and only held in with the little bezel, this plastic inlay bezel. Just barely hanging on, and I figured that I had to take the entire computer apart to get that switch back in there. You know, the part that you touch was falling out. And I looked at it a little closer today and realized, oh, all I have to do is snap it right back in, just push a little harder and it would totally be fine. And now it's back in like new. So, I figured I would properly test out this CD player functionality of this ThinkPad iSeries. Finally, today. I've had this thing for months and I've just never done it. So let me zoom in. Obviously, you can believe me that the computer is completely off right now. I mean, it's plugged in. This is just the battery indicator. It says the battery is fully charged. Of course, the battery is totally worthless in this thing because it's almost as old as I am. Not quite. But I've got it plugged in, AC adapter, so we got the green light. Cool. This is about as close as I can focus with this camera. So you can see the LCD screen on there, and it's one of those hold it and it turns on things, so we'll turn it on. And we've got a dash, which is kind of a common thing for CD players of this vintage. There's no disc in there, so there's no reason to tell me what track I'm on. And if we go over to the side and hit the button, it opens. So laptop is still off. And I'm going to put in, I just burnt a quick CD of my own music because that way I don't get any copyright problematic hits, anything like that. Put it in. You can still see it's got the dash, it's spooling up. Hopefully it'll say 1. I don't know how finicky this might be with a, oh, there it goes, with a burnt CD. I know some old CD players don't like burnt CDs. It's not playing yet. I probably have to tell it to play. Oh, there it goes. And like I mentioned in the previous video, this has a mechanical volume control. I'll turn that up a little bit. That's full blast. Has a mechanical volume control on the side here. Just your regular knob. It even has numbers on it. As opposed to those soft switches that are on pretty much every modern laptop. You know, you hit the button and it actually turns the volume up in Windows. This physically turns the volume up through the sound hardware. So it works. It seems to be working quite well. Let's skip to the next track. I think this one starts out kind of quiet. There it is. If you hear water in the background, that's because there's water running in the background. I apologize. And so, well, basically it works. Something interesting about this machine, you might remember in the previous video also that it has these semicircle things on the side, and you would think, oh, well, they put some larger speakers in there, or something like that. I don't think that's really the case, though. I think it's just for show, to kind of show you that maybe you can make some sound without opening it. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure these are just, these perforations on the, are not actually a speaker grill, but instead just dimples to make it appear that there's a speaker grill there. Because when you open it, it's significantly louder. And so, here on the sides, speakers are here. That's where the actual speaker grills are. There's a piece of cloth over the entire side of each side. So it's not quite as autonomous, I guess, as it could be. You still have to kind of open it in order to get the full experience of a CD. But at least you don't have to boot it. And that's all I've got, really, for today, is just trying this out for the first time and showing it off, I guess. We can shut it off very quickly. I just heard the CD spool down. And we're back to complete derelict, dead computer. Of course, it still works. If you want to turn it on. Bada bing. Anyway, oh, geez. I forgot. Last time I shut this down, I didn't actually shut it down. I pulled the plug on it, and the battery inside this machine is completely useless, so it just died completely. So it's running ScanDisk, but oh well, let it do its thing. Anyway, that's all I've got for today, so thanks for watching.